Hi there. Now it's not difficult to work out why I'm here. Yes, it is a shout out for our amazing riders who contribute to the Facebook Riders Club. We've got a great group of people on there. It's up to over 770 now, and some of them have been with us for 4 or 5 years. Some of them are new, and we love hearing your stories, your photos. People also share hints and tips, whether it's things to tweak and fix on their bike or whether it's great rides and trails that they found. So if you're semi-interested, check it out, and if you can share anything, please do share it. So we just want to spend a bit of time giving a shout out to some of those great people, and also, we'll refer to some Trustpilot reviews as well, because we've got a great score on there. We're really proud of our reviews, and we put a lot of effort into making sure the service is as good as it can be. So let's get straight into it. First of all, the cargo bike. I think a lot of people out there who've got the cargo can relate to this scenario. A little one falling asleep on the back. Some of you might be able to relate to what I believe is Lindsay's husband here as well. Turns out the cargo works quite well for dolls too, although no helmets go small enough. It probably felt like a really, really great idea when he set off from home. When he turned up and saw the other dads outside school, who knows, let's see, but I love it still. This is genuine creativity, I respect that, demonstrating one of the many ways cargo bikes are multifunctional, be it ferrying children, doing the weekly shop, or collecting neighborhood freebies. We wouldn't recommend trampolining while riding. For hauling, this bike is really, really good and really versatile. We love seeing these ideas, and we learn from them. One here from Trustpilot. The bike that I have from you is the Estarli Longtail electric cargo bike, and it's brilliant because I'm a gardener and getting tools around was an effort with a normal bike, and now caters for most things I have to take to jobs. That's great, and actually we hear from quite a few people who are in the kind of like manually, gardening-y, house renovation-y space, and the cargos are really, really helpful vehicles. I guess especially in urban areas where you get penalised if you're driving and it's difficult to park. On to commuting. This is Denise after a coastal ride in Tynemouth. In fact, we were out there not that long ago to meet the guys at a new shop of ours in Newcastle Cycle Centre. Great people. Who wouldn't want to ride to work like that? Another one here from Andy Miles. As it says here, rising contributor. I think he did this post first. My first ride on my 20.8. I'm convinced that buying was the right one for me. I'm biased, but of course you're right, Andy, there. He's charted his little route, and he's given us a bit of a sense of timings, and I think a couple of weeks later he sent another one. First proper commute today. Normally on my other bikes it takes 27 minutes to get to work and 22 minutes to get home. Today I did it in under 20 minutes, and it's all about the outdoors, it's all about the environment, etc., but it's obviously just about time and ease. And if that's saving you time, it's amazing. And he said earlier here, I got up a hill without having to walk for the first time ever, and I only had to use power mode 3. We love that. And conversely, someone new, someone old. I've had my E20 for 2.5 years and just clocked 3,000k. Still the original battery. I use it 3 times a week for my commute, which includes a train journey. So when it's busy, I just fold it down and store it. It's a great bit of kit. We love hearing that, and we're really proud of the bikes that have been out there since our inception, and we love meeting and hearing from customers who've had them a long time. The great thing is they are great products and they last really well, and there's a few unknowns around e-bikes in general because the industry is quite young and people are unsure when they come and meet us at shows about how long the battery and how long the parts are going to last. But we've got a really, really great record with our cycle systems, and we're really proud of it, and it's great to hear stories like that from people on Trustpilot. Into the sort of van life world, a lot of people love their folding bikes for taking away with them on their campervan, motorhome, caravan adventures. Charles Shelbourne is one of those. So glad we have ours with us in the boot of the van. We're a motorhome trip around the Bay of Biscay. That's another one I'm jealous of. Looks like they've got a 20.7 and a 20.8 there. I love their little accessories with the trunk bags. They just improve their camping lifestyle. They have that bit more freedom. Ian Ferguson, we went and filmed with Ian last year. I think it was about a year ago. He lives up in Moffat on the way to Scotland. Lovely family. We met him, his lovely wife, his lovely dog, and he tells us in that video how he got the bike because he's got problems with his knees. And he was telling, actually, and I think he alludes to it here, yeah, my wife didn't use any power. I got up to power mode 2. They use it really economically, and I think when we were with him, his wife was saying she hadn't charged her bike in like a month, used it all the time. But that's the beauty of it, with the power modes, you have that freedom of just riding it like a normal bike and having a little bit of assistance for hills here and there if you want it, or helping you break through boundaries in your own fitness journey, or recover from knee injuries, or just be lazy. And you can do it all. But Matthew Wellman as well, our pair of E20.7s tucked in ready for their first outing. That is a nice looking motorhome boot. Respect to you there, Matthew. I've seen some ugly ones. One more from Trustpilot. What's not to like? The E20.X. We've been looking at buying folding e-bikes to marry up with our small camper van. We're not getting any younger. And the reviews we'd seen feature the Estarli Race. The 20-inch wheel is the perfect compromise between folding and bike stability. The bikes are well made and easy to operate. We love hearing that. And to be honest, when we released the 20X and the X range in general, we weren't thinking about commuters and van lifers, but from traveling the UK like we do and going to loads of shows and hearing reviews and meeting customers, we realized that that kind of belt drive and the automatic 2-speed motor, which is what the E20X has, just makes things so much more easier for your own life, your own decisions, your own riding style, but also storing it and not having the grease of a chain, that kind of thing. So we're seeing it really conquer the van life world. Okay, back to cargo. Lindsay here showing us how she takes the 2 kids and their 2 bikes on the Estarli Longtail with the family setup. We love this. In fact, we went and filmed a lovely family, Julie's family in Exeter, and they do the same thing. In fact, she even tows one of her kids while they're riding along if they've run out of puff a bit off the back of the cargo cage there. So loads of versatility, love it. Zoe's here showing us how she's named the Estarli in Bondi Blue, my favourite colour. Bluebell, loving all of that. Mike Norton here, buzzing to get my cargo delivered by Pedals Bike Care. They're in Edinburgh. They're a great shop. If you're in the area, do check them out. We were up and we saw them earlier at the start of this year. Props to Estarli for the new revised upgrade of the family pack. There's been a couple of upgrades, and you can see from the photo here, we added in an extra rail so that kids and adults' hands can't be caught if they were to fall over. There's an extra rail on the outside, and there's a gate in it. So on the one side, it lifts up and you can get in and get out more easily without having to lift people up. Thank you for sharing that. We love that it's being liked. We appreciate the criticism earlier on that it didn't have it, so we hear what you say, we work on it, and we improve. I don't know what to say about this one here. We got sent this off some random biking group. One of the guys upstairs shared it with me earlier. I can't say it's one that we officially endorse, but this cargo has been souped up in ways I've never seen before. It looks like it could fly. Really good versatility, really good engineering, really good ingenuity. I love it. I think it's in some sort of weird like bike packery camping setup, but we're going to find out more. If you want to know more, stay tuned because we're going to find out who and what is going on there. Okay, let's fire through exploring. Gary Moore's here, 20-mile trip along the Trans-Pennine Trail and the Bridgewater Canal. We've got a canal just outside us here, so we're always taking these bikes down canal towpaths. Lovely review here, again on Trustpilot. Excellent bike, takes all the pain out of cycling. He's talking about the E28.X that they recently bought and how the belt drive and the automatic 2-speed gears, they're really, really impressed. Takes all the pain out of cycling. That's what we are here for. Leander Parsons here, excited to be exploring my local area around the New Forest. We get loads of riders from that New Forest area. Jealous that we don't live there, down there, to be honest, but it sounds like it's amazing for cycling. Our 20.7 and 20.8 doing a great job of taking us to places that take too long to walk to. You can't deny that, Bob. Well said. Ian here, we both love our new Estarli 20X bikes. First ride out, 30 miles, no problem. Thanks for sharing that, Ian. They look great. You've got the pistachio step through here, and you've got the bronze crossbar frame, both with Estarli trunk pannier bags on the back, Dutch style bars on this one here for a bit more of a kind of lean back leisurely ride. So that's great to see. I've been riding my Estarli 28X for over a week and I love it. It's well made. The removable battery is very convenient, lasted me all week. Over 30 miles of commuting, inbuilt lights, and the ability to change power levels when cycling is also good. Sarah Hughes, I love this. Glorious ride in the Chilterns to celebrate our 22nd wedding anniversary. What a way to do it. Thank you for saying that, Sarah Hughes. And look at that view. That is what it's all about, isn't it? Thank you for this, Gord and Tracy. Had a fantastic afternoon out on the bikes. We even bumped into a couple of Estarli riders in Lytham. I think that's on the west coast around Blackpool area. 18.5 miles round trip using 1 bar and level 1 assist. So again, these are a couple, I believe, who are kind of riding them like normal bikes. They might not have done this journey if they didn't have that ability to pump it into power modes 1 and 2 and get a little bit of help. but they're still getting exercise. They're still getting fitness as they do it. Got to throw in some dogs, obviously. It's going on social media, why wouldn't I? Look at this little guy in these kind of dog baskets on the back, which people find for smaller dogs obviously really handy. The dog's quite close, but it's kind of not kind of distracting you in front of you. And also we get a lot of people who use dog trailers, perhaps for sort of medium to larger sized dogs. And we get a lot of photos in with these trailers on E20.7s, E20.8s, often on E28s as well. But we're really interested to see this. We also want to put together a bit of a compilation of great trailers and dog accessories, so keep sending your stuff. We're going to test them out ourselves, then we're going to put like a recommends list together, so watch this space for that. Thank you, Morag Simpson, for sending that one in. And thank you for continuing to share with us, tell us your stories, share your content, and I hope you feel a bit of love back when we do things like this. So thank you so much. And if you're not a member, join the Estarli Riders Club on Facebook, share your thoughts on Trustpilot. We love hearing from you. It's an important part of how we learn and how we grow. Thank you.